How you holding up?
Oh, I'm good, man. How are you?
Good. It's just that this is that time of year guys start hitting that wall.
Nah, no walls here, man. I'm groovy, X.
All right, just checking on you. Because you might be able to push through it, but the other part is how you take care of yourself.
All right, look, man, I'm all ears. Just tell me what I need to do.
All right, well, first we get your diet right. Then we get you on the weights, on a program, not that casual lifting you guys like to do.
All right.
We have to be diligent every day.
I'm in. I can't keep doing this, so...
All right, well, this is what's going to take you to that next level, if you want it.
Let's do it.
The 2K Sports pregame show, sponsored by Kia.
Welcome, NBA fans, and you know who you are. Ernie Johnson here with you again, along with Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, for what is still a very new, a very fresh NBA season. And tonight, it'll be the Houston Rockets going up against the Portland Trail Blazers. Checking out the Trail Blazers. These guys are playing good basketball with 7 wins in their last 10 games, and they like their chances tonight. Somebody we'll be keeping an eye on tonight, Hassan Whiteside. He has revitalized his NBA career the last few seasons and is now arguably one of the more dominant bigs in the league, at least on the defensive end.
He reminds me of a good friend of me and Kenny's. Kenny's probably going to disagree with this, but he reminds me of Dikembe Mutombo. He led the league in blocks per game.
Are you serious?
Ridiculously efficient on offense because all he does is dunk. But on the defensive end, no, Ernie.
That's pretty good there, Shaq. That's pretty good.
No. K-Wong makes 6 suits. But I tell you, that's the guy who makes the suits. All right, but I think he could be a little bit more dynamic on the offensive end. And if he does that, that could take him to SLN. You know what SLN is, right?
Shaq like numbers.
No question.
Yeah, and
This is 2K Sports, broadcasting from Houston, Texas, as the Rockets take it to the hardwood. This is Kevin Harlan. We've got Chris Webber and Greg Anthony with us, and from the sideline, we'll be hearing from David Aldridge. Looking at the last game for the Houston Rockets, it was a loss to the Oklahoma City Thunder, and just couldn't finish strong. They took a 4-point loss in that one.
They played well enough to win that game. It really could have gone either way.
Yeah, though it could be a learning opportunity for them. Failed to execute on just a few key plays. It could have been the difference that put them over the top.
And before the action gets going here, let's go to David Aldridge, who spoke with Mike D'Antoni. David, what's the news?
Well, guys, he has an admiration for what he called the intelligent, efficient offense played by today's opponent. He told me that the thing about this team is that they are so good at identifying the weak spots in an opponent, and they come at you in multiple ways depending on where those weak spots are. He said, we've got to be ready for everything. It's a pretty tall order. Guys?
Thank you, David. And these teams both look to get out and run at every opportunity.
Oh, that's right. They're fast breaking that open court basketball. Very much in favor in today's game. I mean, it's fun to watch for the fans, too. Plenty of highlights.
So fun.
Let's get a nice clean game, huh?
Tip-off goes to Houston. Trailblazers leading by 10. Three-pointer. Rebounded by Covington.
Cold start to this game for him. A lot of his shots have been off.
It's off his leg. And they're saying he kicked the ball.
Timeout. Guard it.
Timeout called the Rockets. This, of course, the first opportunity to play Portland this season.
The game is the first of a 3-game season series for these clubs, both looking to take round 1.
Yeah, and they play in the same conference. Not a rivalry per se, but familiar enough to cause some tricky problems for one another.
And they've gotten good looks, so that's one reason they're frustrated. Maybe he can come up with something to get them an easy one, maybe get to the line.
Well, I just think they're pressing too much, not really in a rhythm. Have to let the game come to you.
Here's Fresh. 32 points for him last game against Oklahoma City.
Yeah, but what about the passing? Crisp, decisive. He racked up a ton of assists, impacted the game in a number of ways.
Lillard outside. The three. The Rockets pull it in. Here's Fresh. Right now he averages nearly 23 points a game, a relentless offensive force. There's a screen by Mona Eunice. Fresh, the pass to Mona Eunice. Shot clock at 5, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take it. Just a moment to look back at how things were last season for this team as we look at the shot breakdown for the Trailblazers.
And they love to spread the floor with shooting. A lot of three-point attempts, and that's been the league-wide direction, and this group has been no exception.
Trailblazers leading by 10. Lillard with it, and he really did play well against Chicago in that last game. Nance a screen to the paint. Here's Plumlee, rebounded by Capella. Capella's got his third rebound tonight. Here's Fresh, covered by Lillard. And Young, here we go. Offensive rebound, a second chance effort. Plumlee with some nice D.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Look at this Rockets team. As impressive as they are on the offensive end, they do have their weak spots. One big one is rebounding and closing out possessions. They just give up way too many second chance looks.
And the rebounding problems of the Rockets, Chris, makes a lot of sense with their lineups. They often will go small at the forward positions for stretches of time.
Well, that's their weakness, and that's the part where they can fall behind with rebounding. A lot of it is that they get out of position too often. Rebounding is one reason why they can falter defensively for long stretches at a time.
Now, here is Young. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Fresh. Another miss by Houston. Trailblazers leading by 12. Snell kicks to Plumlee. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
How about the start that they've gotten off to here? Huge lead, and we're still in the first quarter.
I mean, they really own this game so far. Dominant performance all around from them.
And Portland making a change here. Azili's checked in. And a late first-round pick out of Duke, Mason Plumlee. The younger of the Plumlee brothers, his brother Miles drafted a year earlier.
Yeah, basketball, kind of the family game, if you will. The dad also played in college. Mason and his brother, both with great tools, both standing 6'11", with great leaping ability. Game dunkers for sure, the both of them. Man, they are doing some damage from deep.
Well, they have some terrific shooters on their squad, and they are all shining brightly for them today.
Out of hand on it, and they get it back. And here's Young from the arc.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
McCollum, no good. Rockets trail by 15. Here's Fresh. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. One thing you know is going to happen with Orange Juice is they are going to have a lot of fun out there. They definitely know how to play with a flair.
And they really seem to have just a genuinely good time playing with one another. There's just an extra hop in the step of both Prez and Young when they're on the floor.
And you just love the chemistry of Orange Juice on and off the court. I mean, look at the outfits they came into the arena with today.
Those get-ups needed to come with a brightness knob. I thought they were going to blind someone with those colors they had on.
First free throw is good. And we talked so much about Orange Juice and the bond they formed, but Prez and Denver Levens also very close on the team.
And Levens might not see the floor a lot, but he does a great job of keeping the mood loose and light for this team. That means a lot over the course of an entire NBA season.
Both free throws good from Fresh. Well, we know about a quarter of the league's players come from all over the map, all over the world. Who are some of the best foreign players in the NBA?
Well, come on. For a long time, it's been Ginobili, Dirk Nowitzki, the Saul brothers. But now, there's some other ones. You look at Al Horford, Steven Adams, and, of course, a young Christoph Porzingis.
Yes.
These guys have something to show.
Absolutely. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. And the Blazers last season losing 4 of their 5 starters to trades or free agency. You might have expected them, Greg, to drop in the depths of the standings, but they stayed remarkably competitive.
And credit goes to everybody. The players rose to the challenge and showed a hunger to prove themselves. The front office went out and acquired young pieces that fit, and Coach Stotts put them in a position to be successful.
Well, the crowning moment for the Rockets' franchise history has to be their back-to-back titles in 94 and 95. Jordan was out of the league, and it was time to shine for Houston. Hakeem Olajuwon led their team to their only 2 titles in franchise history.
Good on the second free throw. And with the Rockets' pair of titles, what a scrappy group of teams those were. Drexler and Olajuwon were the stars, but everyone could play on their team.
Well, what is really wild about the 95 run is that the Rockets were a 6th seed. That was the lowest seeded team to ever win the NBA Finals.
Trailblazers leading by 14. Lillard outside. Kicks to McCollum. Back to Lillard from past the arc. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
He couldn't have dreamed of a much better start here than they've had today.
The beginning of this game has had their imprint all over me.
Here's Fresh. He has 5. There's a screen by Modi Yunus. Here's Fresh. Here's Nene. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket.
Where's the box out? Some easy second chance opportunities there.
That's just a real lack of physicality in the post there. No reason at all that they should have gotten the rebound off that miss.
Snell, no good.
He may have been trying to work too hard to draw the foul as a result. He misfired on that one.
Here's Fresh. And the 3 off target. And for Portland, they're shooting 47% here so far. McCollum, no good.
Really surprised he clanked that one. He makes those on the regular.
Fresh can't get it to go.
A frustrating start to this quarter for him.
McCollum outside. Over in the corner, Lillard. The tray. That one, no good. And the Rockets take it the other way. 55 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Nene, the screen. Young outside. Lets it go from deep. Rebounded by Snell.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
He kicks it to Lillard. The dish to McCollum. Lets it go with a 3. They get the rebound.
And using that big body to kind of carve out space, Ezeli loves to score off missed shots.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Rockets have been successful on 3 of their 4 free throw attempts up to this point.
And on the season, they're hitting about 76%, which is a decent rate.
Grant, he's checked in for Monty Yunus. And Portland with a change here, too. Nurkic is checked in. Both free throws good from Fresh. 24 seconds left in the first quarter. Now here's McCollum. Talking about that win against the Bulls, he was definitely a major factor as well. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for 1.
Yeah, showing good strength and body control there. Ezeli converts and gets a trip to the line.
And that one misses. Here's Fresh, covered by Lillard. Here's Fresh. From outside, off the mark. And as the first quarter wraps up, already a double-digit lead. Trailblazers out in front. We caught up with Prez on signing his first major shoe endorsement, how his life has now changed since joining the league.
Man, I am excited to join the brand and be part of the family. I mean, honestly, it all happened so fast that it was kind of surreal. I was joking the other day that signing my shoe deal was almost harder than choosing a college. But, you know, at the end of the day, it's great to see all my hard work starting to pay dividends on and off the court.
Well, for someone who just inked a very lucrative shoe deal, Greg, it sounds like his focus is still on the court.
Sometimes, Kevin, rookies can be distracted by off-the-court opportunities before they've even played a single NBA game. Really nice to see his priorities are still in the right place.
And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And the Trailblazers have really been rolling, haven't they?
It's all about their defense. They have just done a terrific job of negating the timing and spacing of their opponent.
Oh, yeah, great communication. The guys are quick and rotating help and playing with a lot of energy.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. So on the floor for Houston, Fresh in at point guard. Grant is out there with Gordon. Then it's Young. Then it's Nene in at the 5 down low. Screen by Grant. There's the lob to the hoop. Unable to get that one.
Nice effort on the alley-oop, but probably not a good choice.
Well, a good attempt to try to finish that alley-oop. Still should have went for something better than that, though.
He hit 1 3 in the first, but the well has been totally dry for him in the second.
It's a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
With the departure of LaMarcus Aldridge to San Antonio, there's no question who Portland's franchise player is now. It's Damian Lillard, who said, "I am." People say he's not a franchise player, but I didn't make that decision. The franchise did. It's more than being the best player, especially with a young team. You're the example, and the standard is here. Kevin, he doesn't shy away from that responsibility.
No, he's built for it, D.A. Thanks. And the Rockets making a change here. Capella's checked in, and Portland with a change here, too. Maurice Harkless is checked in for Tony Snell. And the basket by McCollum.
He has to take that wide-open 3, even though that's not his bread and butter.
Well, it's no secret, Chris, that Mike D'Antoni is an offensive-minded coach.
Well, everywhere he's gone, offense has not been the problems for his teams. He's long been regarded as the mastermind of one of the best offensive teams ever with the Suns. A lot of his assistants from those days are now head coaches in the league or in front offices.
And here we go. Lillard's got it, the fast break chance. Harkless dishes to Lillard, and Lillard throws it down.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
And how about the explosiveness he shows, going from the offensive to the defensive end in a blink?
Here's Fresh, defended by Harkless. Here's Fresh. And the 3 off target.
And he has slipped into a funk. You can see the confidence is shaken.
Yeah, everybody goes through slumps. He can't let it get to him, though. Everyone makes mistakes on the floor. You just have to always be thinking about the next play.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass? And Damian Lillard, the leader of this Blazers team, you know, and I really feel like he's got the right disposition for it. You speak of the great composure. You never see.
Houston's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. To end the run, and the bank shot is good. Nene's got 5. And with Lillard, in addition to being that stabilizing force, Greg, and playing the game with such great confidence, he also has that certain underdog mentality, doesn't he?
Kevin, he may have the biggest chip on his shoulder of any player in the NBA. Lightly recruited out of high school, went to a small college, and he's embraced that outsider role, if you will.
Young with no one around. They grab their own miss, and the shot goes in. Nene's got 4 points this quarter.
He's showing some tenacity on the offensive glass. That's a great play right there.
And Lillard kicks to McCollum. Here's Whiteside. Snell, that's good. Snell's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
And there's the pass to Nene. Houston moving the ball around. Anderson the screen. Young from outside. Again, Young missing.
Now, this would be a totally different ball game if his shot was on target like it usually is.
Young with the steal. Pass to Fresh. From outside the arc. It's in and hoping this is the start of a new trend. 2 for 8 now from the field.
Incredible offensive tools. As a defender, you just don't know how to play them.
To the left side wing. Baseline J on the way. The rebound by Anderson.
That's what we call good defense in the paint. Worth its weight in gold.
Well, that's just a stupendous effort by him right there. He stopped him dead in his tracks.
And it's good for 2. 9 points in the game so far.
Oh, he's nailing a lot of his attempts right now. This might end up being a big game for him.
No one near Whiteside as he lets it go. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Lillard's got 4 assists in the game. Here's Fresh. 10 points for him. Outside Gordon. From beyond the arc. And it's Whiteside with the rebound. Whiteside's got his 4th rebound in this one. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game. Great open look there. 14 points for C.J. McCollum.
3 triples for him this quarter. 4 overall.
Here's Fresh. Right now he averages nearly 23 points a game. A relentless offensive force. Young outside. He feeds it to Nene. Fresh. Missed inside. Snell. No good. Shot missing. So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided. It's the Trailblazers opening up a huge gap. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. Here with Coach Terry Stotts. Coach, they've been shooting poorly. Is that good defense or bad offense?
Probably a little bit of both. I think we're competing defensively, and they've missed some opportunities.
It's led to good results for you, though. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
All right, come on, guys. Shake it off. We are allowing Lillard to take over this game. It is imperative that we take him out of his comfort zone. Deny him the rock and take him out of this game. Pressure's on them, gentlemen. Make them earn every single point.
And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even. Houston, a whole new 5 on the floor. Mason Plumlee's checked in for the Trailblazers. Festus Ezeli comes in for Harkless. On the court right now for the Trailblazers. Lillard and McCollum, the explosive backcourt pair. Ezeli is out there with Plumlee. And it's Nance in at the 3, the small forward.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Houston's gone downtown a lot since halftime. They've missed 5 of their 9 attempts out there.
And for the Blazers, offensively, you've got Lillard and McCollum spacing the floor. You put them on opposite sides, and when you swing the ball, either can carve up the defensive rotation.
Rockets shooting 28%. A rocky performance for them offensively. Nene, the screen. Young from outside. And it's Portland with the rebound. Ezeli's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And there's the call on Nene. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. To the middle. Stolen by Nene.
Wow, he kept his hands moving to catch his man's attention just as he was going up for that shot. Great defense there.
Here's Fresh, covered by Lillard. Looking to end his cold spell. And a look at Prez there, just punishing the rim.
Oh, and you love the ferocity that Prez finished that playoff with. No layups for the big fella.
Chris, throughout your career, you spent a lot of time down low on the blocks, and we're seeing less of that now. Those post-ups that were such a primary option when you played in teams' offenses. Does that concern you? Is that good or bad?
It's concerning from this point. Kids aren't being properly coached in the middle school and the high school level. Kids don't know how to play on the post. When you look back through the history of this game, whether it's been guards or big fellas, the post is not about how tall you are. The post is about how the closer you are to the basket, you usually have an advantage. And if you have game, then that pump fake game down there work and get you to the foul line. And if you are a good passer, then it draws the double team. It changes the angle that the defense has to look inside and play. It helps slow the pace down sometimes in the playoffs when the game gets tough and a little bit more physical. And we can say that everybody's changed their game, but only one team wins a year. So, I don't know if the trend is necessarily not there with big guys not in the post when I look at guys like Drummond, Blake Griffin, Dwight Howard, Horford, Jordan, Zebo, the Gasol brothers. It's still a lot of post players out there, so I don't subscribe to that opinion that is less on the post. I just subscribe to the opinion that maybe coaches don't want to coach that way because guys have post game. We just have to see if the game will change. But small ball right now is what everybody loves.
Great perspective. And the Rockets making a change here. Anderson's checked in. Here's Fresh, and the rejection by Ezeli. And Nance kicks to Ezeli. Fades away. The shot missing. Some solid defense there by Nene. Pass to Fresh. Shot clock at 6. And here's Young from the arc. Another miss by Young.
Oh, man, his form seems rushed today, like he's trying to get rid of the ball as soon as he gets it. That's why barely anything is going in for him.
They get it back. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And with a quick break in the action, here's some numbers for Fresh. Averaging about 23 points per, 6 assists, and 5 rebounds. And you like what he brings backing up the point guard.
Well, he's had to fight injury more often than he'd like in his budding NBA career, but Festus Ezeli, Chris, has shown that he can be a starting caliber center in the NBA.
Well, he's also shown that he has a surprising amount of crafty moves in the paint and a softer touch than most would think. He's still a dynamo on defense. Not the longest arms, but has great timing and athletic ability to block shots. It's very hard to push him around on the post as well, considering his strength.
Second free throw, no good. And Chris, when you look at the best rebounders around the NBA, it's interesting. Sometimes their teams rebound better with them off the floor. How do you explain that?
Well, you know what, Kevin? I think rebounding is different in all situations. I don't think that there's a litmus test or a statistic to prove anything about rebounding. If you look, I'm impressed with some of the best guards in this game. Westbrook, the Rondos, and others that have been known to lead their teams in rebounding. I think it comes down to one thing and one thing only, heart. I think technique is second. A lot of guys may not have learned how to box out, but the athleticism in the league is such that in order to get a rebound, you're going to have to earn it. And so for me, I think a lot of times as well, if you have great teammates that can box out, a lot of times they get rebounds for guys by not letting it be that much competition inside the paint. So to me, rebounding is a personal thing, whether it's a team, it's team specific, but it doesn't matter how big or tall you are. If you can box out, if you have heart, if you have a motor, if you have a will, you should be able to go get some boards. To me, it's just about how much you want it. To be a starter in this league, to play over 28 minutes, 30 minutes, and not average 10 rebounds, I think you should be ashamed of yourself.
Fresh, the pass to Anderson, makes it off the glass. Anderson's got 8.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
And Lillard kicks to McCollum. Count it. McCollum's got 26 points.
as hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Young outside. Fires the three. Rebound by the Trailblazers. This game coming on the heels of their win against Chicago.
You just have to admire the versatility they were able to display offensively.
Oh, yeah, everything, the passing, the shooting, really got into a good scoring rhythm, and the defense did nothing to take them out of it. He hit a three in the first half. Now he's searching for his first outside shot in the second half.
Nene, the screen. Pass to Fresh. Off the pick. Nance gets the rebound. Nance has got 7 rebounds in the game. That's a 2 from Lillard. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Ezeli. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Houston.
Checking in for your Rockets, Clint Capella.
The Rockets really having a tough go here. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Fresh, the pass to Young. Here's Fresh. Young hooking up Prez on that score. Terrific play by Orange Juice.
And those two have such great timing together. They make the game look simple.
Now Lillard. He's got 20. Plumlee with the screen. From downtown. Can't get it to fall. The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. Trailblazers lead by 20. And when we return, we'll get the 4th quarter rolling right here on 2K Sports. Welcome back. 4th quarter action starting up for the Trailblazers. Ezeli's checked in for Lillard. And it's Nance in for McCollum. Fresh, he's in at shooting guard. Young is out there with Manajunas. Then there's Nene. And it's Levins in at the 1 spot. That's the 5 for Houston right now. And the whistle blows as the basket counts and a 3-point play chance right here. 1 free throw coming up.
Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low. And I really thought he would be.
Confidence is contagious, and when you see a guy like that finishing over a bigger man, it's got to motivate his teammates.
One shot.
Now, by this point, we all know the approach the Houston Rockets front office has taken to assemble a team. It's made for some great years for Houston, but they have yet to turn the corner.
Here's Snell, defended by Young. Ezeli screen. Ennis dishes to Ezeli. And for the approach of the Rockets, a lot of it is looking for shots that are of high value, namely threes and free throws.
Well, most importantly, the players have bought in and embraced the approach. Not many players will be against the high-powered offense that gets up and down the floor.
It's getting harder and harder to become an NBA owner. Franchise values are skyrocketing. The league, Chris, as you know, has set limits on how many minority owners a team can have. 25 per team is the number. They each have to own at least 1%.
But, you know, there's only 30 of them, and the chance to make your impact on a franchise is just tremendously exciting. You know, we've seen in the past years where ownership groups could become very fragmented, so I definitely understand that train of thought.
Great perspective. Lillard outside. It's deflected. They recover it. The Rockets have gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the 4th. 4 of 9. Here's Capella. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Capella's got 4 points now in the quarter.
I really like how Capella plays within the offense. So great at using his huge body to set screens.
Ezeli screen. Harkless kicks to Plumlee. High, arcing shot. He lays it in.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Here's Fresh. Covered by Lillard. Bradley, no one around him. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense. And he's trying to shoot his way out of it. You know, they have the lead, but honestly, I think it might help if he'd be a little bit more selective tonight.
Launches it. And another three for Houston.
Well, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triples.
Lillard outside. On target from 13 feet. Lillard's got 22.
And that's sort of been the story here today, hasn't it?
I mean, yeah, they just have not been able to offer any kind of defensive effort tonight. Embarrassing.
Now the pass to Fresh. Here's the three. Connects from three-point range.
That one's for you, mama.
Fresh has got 16 points here in the second half.
Man, they came out smoking here from beyond.
Well, no one is stepping up and making them beat them off the dribble. Until that happens, they'll continue to burn you from there.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. A 3-ball. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Plumlee's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Harkless the pass to Plumlee. Basket number 8 is all good. He's attempted 12 shots.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
And here's Young. Here's Fresh. And Houston again with the bucket.
Yeah, and just superb work there by Young. So unselfish with the basketball. Really likes getting the ball to his teammates.
Start it.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. I think everyone would agree, Chris, you're one of the best passing big men in the history of the NBA. Why is it that passing from post players isn't a skill that is developed more at all levels of basketball?
Well, one thing, it seems like we have less post players, but you know what? I'm not sure. I think maybe it's been an emphasis on scoring. I don't know. All I can speak about is me, Kevin, and I grew up watching, Magic Johnson, who at that time was a freakish player because he was 6'9", playing the point guard. Think about how the game has evolved, and so for myself, I wanted to take that passing skills of him, Connie Hawkins, other guys that I saw hold the ball with one hand and palm it in the post, guys that I knew can dominate in the post, and I kept thinking, why waste the possession? If I'm going to beast down here in this post, if I get double teamed, I don't want to just pass it out for a waste of possession. Why don't I make something happen with it? So maybe it could be the mentality as well.
Well said. Pass to Fresh. Screen by Young. Dishes to Covington. Feeds to Capella. Shot from 12. And it's Houston with another.
Come on, when Capella is draining the mid-range J, the D has to be nervous. He is really demonstrating signs of improvement.
Nance outside. Here's Plumlee. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. And Houston gets called for the foul. That one is off. And the second free throw, good. You look around the NBA, Chris, at all the head coaches, a lot of new names. Why do you think teams are still looking for fresh faces on the bench? Guys that may not have the big name that get the head coaching jobs.
Well, I think because guys want to see something new. I think sometimes you get to see a guy's personality or a situation may precede itself as far as for a coach. And so I think a lot of times people just kind of want to start things off with a clear slate their way and have the loyalty of a guy that's only coached for their team. And for some it works, for some it doesn't. But once again, it's only one championship to go around a year.
Well said. And Lillard kicks to McCollum. Young with the steal. And now, here comes Young, leading the break. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
At the line for your Rockets, Fresh. At the line for 2. pass on the first.
That free throw good from Fresh. So for the Trailblazers, Norkic checked in for Nance. Tony Snell comes in for Maurice Harkless. And Shabazz Napier subbed in for Lillard. Both free throws good from Fresh. Portland leading by 19.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for Portland.
This was a physical game.
Yeah, I mean, they were aware of the rotations defensively and were able to attack the rim.
And an important milestone for them tonight as they pick up win number 10.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight. Just a quality win, and you look at the box score and some really good numbers for McCollum.
Well, it's hard to pick any one area where he had the biggest impact tonight because he had a positive impact for them just about everywhere tonight. You gotta love seeing that kind of all-around effort.
Took him no time at all on that one.
What a final quarter these guys are having from downtown, just burying the threes in bunches.
I mean, and they can knock them down, but this is all because of good ball movement. They are getting wide open shots due to how they are zipping the ball around the court. The D, they just can't keep up.
And Nurkic gets it to go.
Well, guys, they came in here and really took charge from the opening tip. This is such a tough thing to do for a visiting team. This contest was played on their terms.
But that's just tremendous work by them in setting the pace of the game to their favor and maintaining that throughout the game.
And this run not really doing them any good at this point, as late as it's starting to evolve.
Well, it's really too bad that they found themselves a little too late in this one.
One shot, find the lanes.
That free throw good from Young.
What you love about Young most, to me, is his work ethic. He gives every ounce of energy he has on both ends of the floor.
Here's Napier. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Chris Webber, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.
Hey, yo, we got to step it up, man. The Blazers killed us tonight. It's not going to be easy, stomping like that.
Tell me about it. You should step it up then, Prez.
Like there's only one more second left of this hustle.
No entourage?
No entourage. Nah, not today, man. Just me.
All right, let's do it. This is where we're starting. All right, everything builds out in the core and the legs. The legs are the first thing to go.
All right, well, let's put some weight on it and get started.
That's a weight.
That's a bar.
You do a lot of lifting?
No, but I know I could lift more than that.
Well, it's not about that. We have to start from the beginning.
You playing me?
You started basketball, with layups, right? And you got better and you moved out. You got better, bigger, and stronger. That's what we have to do with this. Start from the beginning. Or, hey, it's up to you.
All right, no. I get it.
All right, and every day, we got to be in here every day.
Every day?
Yes.
I'm in.
All right.
Can you show me like a couple practice first?
I sure can.